Although Korean and Chinese are both regarded as Asian languages, they're in fact from separate language families. Chinese is from the Sino-Tibetan family, whereas Korean is from the Altaic family, which is not actually considered an official language family, but it's usually used to group uncategorized languages such as Korean and Japanese. A couple differences between Chinese and Korean include their tones. In Korean, words are altered depending on the situation, something not done in Chinese. In addition, Chinese has 4 tones, where the same word could have different meanings depending on the syllable tones, something not done in Korean. This, however, does not imply that there is no connection at all. In fact, over 60% of Korean words are Sino-Korean, meaning they are derived or borrowed from Chinese as early as 25 AD. Now let's get into a game.
Today we have speaker Jonathan who understands Mandarin but no Korean.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I'm Chinese.
Speaker Sophia who understands Korean but not Mandarin.
Hi, my name is Sophia. I'm Korean.
Let's analyze the 2 languages. First, we're going to provide words in language they don't speak and see if they can figure it out.
What do you think "ch" means?
Ch. No idea. There's nothing in Korean.
Okay.
Jonathan, what do you think "먹어" means?
I don't know.
Okay, that word actually means eat and was an example of completely different words in your 2 languages. Now, let's get serious.
So this question is directed to both of you. When I say cha, what do you think it means? You can start, Sophia.
Cha. I'm gonna go with tea.
Okay.
You?
I'm gonna say it's fork.
Okay. And when I say cha, what do you think it means?
Tea. Also tea.
Okay. And what about you?
Yeah, it's tea.
Tea. What about cha and cha?
What did I say for the first one? Tea.
Tea.
Second one for tea?
Yeah.
Tea.
Okay. For both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one was underwear, and the second one was difference.
Okay. To explain this, let's go to Gavin.
Sure, no problem. This situation demonstrates that tones distinguish meaning in Mandarin, but not in Korean. As we saw, each of the 4 tones lead the Mandarin speaker to think of different words, whereas in Korean, she still associates it with tea. Therefore, we can see that tones or words uttered with different pitch contours are phonemic in Chinese, but not in Korean. In other words, words spoken with a different pitch in Chinese distinguishes meaning, while not in Korean. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kevin. Let's continue. Now, I'm going to say a word in one of your languages and you tell me what it means. Jonathan, what is jjajangmyeon?
It's black bean noodle.
How do you say it in your language?
Jjajangmyeon.
Sophia, what is tofu?
Tofu.
How do you say it in your language?
Tupu.
Jonathan, what is 화장품?
Is it cosmetics?
Yes. How do you say it in your language?
化妆品.
There's something going on here. Gavin, can you explain?
Sure, what we've seen here is something called borrowing. This means that these words originated in one language and was borrowed for use in another language. For example, black bean noodles is originally from Mandarin
jjajangmyeon.
and adapted into Korean
짜장면.
without change in meaning and essentially no change in pronunciation. The same thing is the case for cosmetics with
化妆品.
and
화장품.
for tofu, which is
tofu.
and
Tupu.
there is a slight difference. To understand this, we need to define what a phoneme is. It is the minimal distinct units of sound that distinguish meaning. Because the Korean language has no voiceless labial dental fricative, it is replaced with b, the voice bilabial plosive.
Thanks. Now I'm going to say a word in English and you tell me how to say it in your language. Vodka.
Vodka.
伏特加.
Vaseline.
Vaseline.
法式令
What about coffee?
Coffee.
咖啡
Cool. Gavin?
We see a definite similarity in the pronunciation of vodka and Vaseline in Chinese and Korean. Both languages do not have the voiced labial-dental fricative phoneme. In Chinese, it is replaced by the voiceless labial-dental fricative, and in Korean, it is replaced by the voiced bilabial plosive b. The words for coffee demonstrate a version of this. Ka-pi has the replaced by the p, whereas in Chinese, ka-fe still has the
Finally, differences in the two languages also extends to the sentence level. Let's see. How do you say he went to school?
그는 학교를 갔다.
他去了学校
Let's have Gavin explain one more time.
What we see here is that the syntax, the sentence or phrase structure, is different. In both languages, we have sentence is noun phrase, verb phrase. But in Korean, the verb comes last in the verb phrase is noun phrase, verb. And in Chinese, the verb phrase is similar to English, coming first in the verb phrase as verb, noun phrase. Also, Korean has the subject-object-verb structure, and Chinese has the subject-verb-object structure, like in English.
Although Mandarin and Korean are regarded as Asian languages, they are actually completely different languages from separate families, the Sino-Tibetan and the Altaic ones. This is despite the few similarities we did see, some from the influence of Chinese onto Korean. Spoken and written Mandarin and Korean are mutually unintelligible, meaning a native speaker of one cannot understand the other. We saw that tones are important in distinguishing meaning in Mandarin, but this is not the case for Korean. This shows the different roles phonemes play in the two languages. We also saw that even if words are shared or borrowed, if the phoneme doesn't exist in one language, it will be replaced with one that does exist. Finally, we realized that the differences in the languages differ more than just with phonemes at the word level, but also at the syntax level. We saw this with the different structures of verb phrases in the two languages. Given the time, we weren't able to cover all the differences in the two languages, but we hope to have shined some light on some of the similarities and differences.